So I just had a guy tell me that the Usos are currently better than Solo Sikoa. I ain't gonna say he crazy because you basically comparing a rookie to some like 10-year vets. But where I am gonna say that you crazy is, do you not see the structure of how Solo Sikoa is booked? Do you not see the structure of how the Usos are booked? The Usos spent majority of their entire career doing tag matches, no singles real runs, and really no singles title pushes whatsoever. Solo Sikoa is literally getting the slow build push that Roman Reigns should have got for the beginning. He tells me that the Usos are better because he only won one title and they don't won plenty. Bro, the title that he win is gonna be bigger than the titles that they won whenever they push the button for him. They ain't trying to rush him so the fans don't turn on him like the same way y'all did Roman Reigns. Like, this is one of the big things that people complain about Roman right now. Man, he cheated a lot to win. Do you not realize when he was the big dog, once he left the Shield, he won all his matches clean against all y'all favorites and y'all cried then? So now he cheats to win all his matches against y'all favorites and y'all cry now. He can't win for lose. Even if he mixed it up, it still really wouldn't make no difference, bro. You'll still just get to the point where you'll be like, well, the quality is good and the style of how he's doing is good, but I'm just still tired of having him holding the belts. Let's move on. It will always be something, bro. It's unless it's somebody that you just directly rooting for, you will always find a rooted reason to find conflict. That's just what wrestling fans are. The most toxic fans probably ever. Basketball fans ain't like this. Football fans ain't like this. And wrestling fans, they used to be like this until the internet got involved. Now everybody is supposed to be important. Everybody with a mouthpiece is important. Everybody word's supposed to mean something, but nobody is signed or got former actual wrestling experience in the biggest company. It's kind of irrelevant, bro. But to each his own. But he's literally getting built up like Brock Lesnar, dude, when he was younger, and even got the same management right next to him. And the push and the turn gonna be even easier because the main big wrestler is his cousin. If Roman Reigns wants to take a break right now, he can look at Vince McMahon and be like, hey, bro, put me in like a good 1 month pay-per-view fight with either Jey Uso or Solo Sikoa, and we're going to put one of the two titles on them right now, or I could just vacate one. You think they wouldn't do that? They'll do it right now, bro. It's the easiest transition. They literally do. Even if he never get pushed to the heavyweight stature, he's literally in the same realm a KO will be. That's how he booked. Think about it, bro. He done already beat Sheamus. I mean, Dolph Ziggler ain't no chump, but still think about it. Montez Ford, that's my dog, but when the last time he even beat a Dolph Ziggler? And he got all the potential in the world. That's a form future world champions. This is like the same trajectory that Brock Lesnar had when he came with Paul Heyman, when he debuted. He took out straight future Hall of Famers, world champions, a few squash match jobber types like a Spike Dudley. But his main thing was Jeff Hardy, Rock, then that Kurt Angle, the good rivalry with Undertaker when he was younger, Hulk Hogan. He had a whole Eddie Guerrero when he came for the belt. He had a whole bunch of different little things what he was doing, bouncing around and stuff. So they basically doing the same thing with Solo. Solo can talk, but it's weird. Did y'all not really remember when he was in NXT? He was talking all the time. He debuted talking basically after he did what he did to Drew McIntyre when he joined the Bloodline. And when he talked to Roman Reigns, he didn't just say, when Roman Reigns was like, Solo, basically, you need to acknowledge me. He didn't just look at him and was like, and give a head nod. He gave words. So he can talk. It's just good to not have him talk. Then most enforcers don't talk. And I y'all to remember how this trajectory has went in history. Brock Lesnar, he wasn't like a typical someone's enforcer, but he was still an enforcer in general. In general, heavyweight champion. Batista started off as a bodyguard for Devon Dudley, heavyweight champion. Came from a group, and don't just ring a bell. Solo Sikoa came from a group with a heavyweight champion at the top. Hint, hint, Triple H. Hint, hint, Roman Reigns. Came from a group and became a heavyweight champion. Somebody out this bloodline group one day gonna be a heavyweight champion besides Roman Reigns, bro. I feel it. That's what's gonna solidify the faction. Majority of each faction has at least 2 world champions. The Shield got 3. The New Day even got 2. The Nation Domination got 2. WCW Farouk, WWE The Rock. Majority of great factions got at least 2 world champions. And right now, the Bloodline is lacking one. Solo Sikoa is going to be a world champion one day, whether you like it or not. Within 5 years, I believe so. He will be a world champion. And the Samoans ain't like the white or the black wrestlers. They don't just leave just because. You got to fire them. And he just got started. So be prepared to see a lot of gold on Solo. It's going to happen, bro. Yes, more trajectories. Or examples. Kevin Nash. What did he start off as? Shawn Michaels' bodyguard. And what happened? He overtook Shawn Michaels. I ain't going to say his spot because, Shawn Michaels was still a bigger name. But he overtook him at the time for the world title. So being next to the man and being the next in line, because if they pass the baton right now, I really doubt it's going to Jey Uso. Because I literally start thinking to myself, I said, Jey Uso deserves to get that next shot. But why they didn't pull the trigger? And they didn't pull the trigger and they added Solo. Why is that? Because when the group breaks, Solo probably going to get one of them titles. Ain't that the truth? Because as hot as Jey Uso was at the time, he deserved to be the champion at one time. He got chumped out of and everything. And what they do, they put him in the group with Roman. Think about it, bro. It wasn't even no need. What is the need to add Solo for? Just honestly, use your brain. Why do we need Solo? It's 4 of them. Hint, hint, Evolution. Hint, hint, Nation Domination. Hint, hint, the Hart Foundation, Bulldog, Neidhart, Owen, Brett. Hint, hint, get the drift. Catch the drift. He at worst is either going to be a mid-carder, a high mid-carder, or a heavyweight champion. Yeah, because think about it, even the enforcer roles in his family. Umaga, Eric Bischoff enforcing. At worst was the Intercontinental Champion. Yeah. So Solo either got his ceiling. Well, his ceiling is World Heavyweight Champion. Yeah, he got all the potential to be there. His floor, meaning even if he slips, falls, and trips, his floor will be the Intercontinental title. Only reason why they don't got him with no gold right now because we still working around Gunther. It's so obvious. They even on the same brand. Just look at the big picture. Who else in SmackDown is getting, in the singles picture, is getting pushed and booked the way Solo is? Nobody. He's next in line. It's so obvious, bro. I don't even get why people don't see that. Why y'all think they made him forfeit the NXT North American title? Because they want him being with gold to be a slow-paced, organic type of thing. And that's what it's going to be. Can't nobody even cry about it. They can't flip on him like Roman. They can't do that. Nope. Coming with the same manager Brock Lesnar did when he came with the same format. Paul Heyman. I ain't trying to hear it, bro. It's already solidified. If you blind, you just don't see the big picture. It's done. You can drop the phone. Yeah, it's done. It's the writing on the wall, bro. It just is, bro. Just the background of how they carry themselves, the way he's presented, the way he get down. He pretty much got the keys, and he just waiting on them, really. It's a reason. I honestly feel like it's a reason that they came out with that article that I read about a few days ago. It's an article where Solo Sikoa said him and Roman Reigns, when they grew up, they really wasn't that close. He was like, he ain't seen him in like 20 years until he met him out there in Cardiff. Because they was like, when he said, and now don't get it twisted, like saying Roman Reigns ain't been around the family. He do. But if you look at the age gap, he's like 8 years older than Solo. Roman is like 37, finna be 38. The Usos are both 37, finna be 38. They're all like 8 years apart from Solo. So when he was in high school and middle school, they been graduated. When he was in elementary, they was finna leave high school or something like that in that nature, or just started high school. So the gap between them is huge. It's huge. And he said by him working WWE, him and Roman been getting closer. But who knows? They might can spin that into a storyline. Think about how they even brought him up as his character. Like they almost made him like seem like he was never gonna be with them. If you remember how his character was presented at NXT, they basically made it seem. Look at his name, Solo Sikoa. They made it seem like he was always gonna go be without being with them or something. So at some point, you never know. That might be his world title push right there. They might hit the button early. That might be his Batista run. Who knows? I can't wait to see it. I think he'll make a great world champion because it'll give so much layers. We can finally see the Usos get elevated. We can finally see new tag teams because we finally got them out that slot. New Day can finally get back elevated if Big E ever come back. We can see just so much different stuff. And it ain't just got to be the black wrestlers either. We can put Braun Breaker in the feud. All of that. Think about that. Solo Sikoa, that's the perfect person to get a good program with Braun Breaker. Perfect person. Baby Umaga, Braun Breaker, second, third gens going against each other. The history can write itself, especially if they uncles or past members even face each other. That's it right there. You ain't even got to, you feel me? It's right there for you. Let me dig deep enough. Solo, Rikishi, your daddy. Uso's your brother. Roman. Have they ever crossed paths with the Steiners? I don't think so. I don't think so. Because I feel like even when your people was doing their thing on a younger tip with the WWF, not WWE, I think your people was over there in WCW. So I don't think the Steiners really ever crossed paths with them like that. Even when Scott Steiner came back, he came back by himself. And I don't remember him beefing with no Umagas or any of that. They was on the same show and they was still like doing separate things. They was working for Bischoff, being his henchman, and Steiner was going through the weak push that Triple H started him out on. Triple H messed up so much history, bro. It ain't funny. Y'all crying about Roman Reigns, but half them niggas that he beat, they left the company or was coming in and out, bro. Daniel Bryan left. John Cena in and out. Like, dude, who was really just supposed to get a push that we can just be like, oh, we need new stars? Cody mid, but I mean, you can at least throw his name in the conversation. But who else? Bobby still wouldn't be considered a new star. He just about as old as Brock. Who would be the new stars? Y'all be so happy to elevate people, but a lot of the stars y'all want to elevate are old. Cody even old. I'm just saying.